So we are ready for our first bout this evening. And in the blue corner for the away team, the Signals, is Brandon Stevens, 19 years of age, making his debut. Listen to the roar. In the opposite corner, the red corner for the home team, REME, Joe Mills, 27 years of age, also making his debut. So our referee calls them to the centre of the ring. Brandon in the blue corner represents the information service and is originally from Rochdale. Joe in the red is a metalsmith, originally from Dover. Big support for these young men. As I said, both making their debut. What a venue, what an event for a debut. Joe, the red vest, Brandon the blue, round one. And listen to the roar and support. And it's Brandon led with the jab there, although Joe looking to retain the centre ring, throws the left and right. Oh, the first right hand lands for the red corner. Joe Mills brings it over the top, lands it again, and you can hear the response. He works that left to the body, then brings the right over the top. Brandon working the jab. Listen to the support for these two. The opening back here tonight at 10. And Joe pushes forward. He uses that lead jab well. He doubles it up, then throws the right over the top. Brandon has to keep that left hand high to counter that right. As Joe looks to back him up. Working behind that double jab, but again, as Joe pushes in with the jab, he automatically brings the right into play. And that's what Brandon needs to do. Get that right working as well, because he's been cuffed again with that right hand. Backed up the ropes and it lands once more. He's got a good chin, but he doesn't want to keep taking these. And this is what his support wanted, to start him coming back with both hands. But as I say that, Joe puts another combination in and backs him up, working body and head very well here. The young man in the red corner. As I said, both debutants here tonight. Oh, that right is landing regularly in this opening round. So, centre of the ring for both young boxers. But there you have it. And he calls him on there, Brandon, but he's got to keep that left high, that guard tight, because that right hand has been a consistent winning punch in this round for the young man from the red corner. And he looks to keep Brandon backed up. Brandon has to keep his own combinations. He's got to give Joe Mills a reason not to come forward, because for me, that opening round was dominated by the Mills right hand. Now, Brandon Stevens worked the jab well. He fired back, he had a solid chin, but points-wise, it was that combination work from Mills. So midway point, round 2 or 3 coming up. And Brandon needs to get his combinations working to give Joe Mills a reason not to come forward. As I said, I went red, unofficial scorecard. Judges might see it differently. But it's work like this where he comes in with that jab that switches to the body. But you've noticed after getting time back in his corner, Brandon's come out with a slightly different attitude, looking to throw more straight away. And that's the right thing. He's got to stop Joe coming forward like this. A little slip of the head there. Nice head movement from Joe, and then fires back with that right hand. Stepping in, steps forward, left, right. Now you see Brandon knows it's coming, so as that left comes, he's either got to fire straight back or be out of the way, then push in. As it is, I think he's had a much better start to the second, but Joe continues to push through, looking to get that right working, and he's throwing good body shots as well when he backs Brandon up and lands again. Look for the body-head combination, this time off the right. Drops his hands out of range there, Brandon, maybe feeling the pace here. He's the younger of the two men at 19. And that stiff jab from Joe this time, straight through the guard, then brings the right to the body. The variety of the work is eye-catching for the red corner as well. And he lets the combinations flow. And that's been the problem for Brandon. He's got a good jab, he's got good movement, but it's the combination. Again, when he landed cleanly, he took a thumping right. The lad's got a chin, you've got to say that's solid, but now he gets the first count. It was on the cards. Neutral corner there for Joe Mills. But Brandon seems it was on the cards. The amount of right hands he was taking. And back he comes, and Joe will look to stay on the front foot here. He's a real front foot boxer. Doubles the jab, throws the right. Third and final round. And Brandon Stevens really needs a big round here. He's at the count in the second. And Joe Mills will be fired up to continue in the way he started. And as I said that, he does exactly that. He steps in, he pushes forward. And this combination work beginning to take its toll on Brandon. No matter what he fires back, as you can see, Joe pushes forward, backs his man up. And once Brandon's back to the rope, you see these combinations coming in. It's been a tough night for the young man from the Signals. A tough debut, but he'll learn. Slips that punch well, but Joe just stays in the pocket and keeps the shots firing. Pushes forward once more. Right hand finally lands from Brandon, and they respond, but told to keep his head up. And they box on. So again, Joe walks Brandon, but you see he's got good footwork, he's got good movement. There's plenty here to build on. It's just he's come up against a good front foot boxer who's not afraid to throw the combination, and there's going to be another count because of that right hand. And that right hand has been the winner throughout this bout. And the ref's called it. He's called it. He looked. Brandon just giving signals that it wasn't fully there. But big win by stoppage in the third round for Joe Mills. And to be honest, the bout he dominated against a very game opponent. But it's REME, the home team, take the first bout in emphatic style. So a round of applause for both boxers as we go to the official decision now. Who's on his way to winning anyway? I firmly believe